2 casters. 1 healer, let's go.
Breeze strong enough to heal on Black Mage.
No crits for us.
He died.
Not even in the instance yet.
Hello.
Hello.
Evening. Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
If we die, we are dead.
People die when they're killed.
Wait, what?
The biggest true that was ever true. All undead are undead.
Does that mean they are alive?
True. In some reality. When you die, you wake up in a room inside of a chair with wires in your neck or some shit. Your reality was just VR.
I see. Crazy.
You were the god of your own reality all along.
Oh no. Hello.
Okay, so which LC strat is this?
Opposites.
I had to turn you up, you're really quiet. Probably help the time my game's slowing
Wait.
down, to be fair.
Who's the ninja
Yes.
in the Discord? Nintox, right?
No.
Okay. Wait,
It's
what?
nuclear
Yeah, it's
fish.
nuclear.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on.
Is this what? Wait, what?
Oh no, continue.
Anyway, okay.
He was doing what anyway?
Oh, you guys are doing this anyway.
Oh no, NA is anti-clockwise.
Yeah, but it's in cards.
Intercars doesn't matter, it's the rotation, so NA do everything anti-clockwise. They also use Ds instead of like R1, M1, they use D1, D1, D2 and shit. Along with they can't do macros, they have to do marker positions on the floor.
What the?
Make sure you're behind, never mind.
Now we got 2 stacks.
Be behind, be in front. Why can't I move? Rip. My bad. I couldn't move. My W key stopped working.
That is unfortunate.
Anti-clockwise.
That good?
Is that a defamation in the wrong group?
Yeah.
People with no numbers should have gone.
Yeah, they should always start on
Counter.
one.
Yeah.
And you rotate the same way the group rotates, yeah.
Group all stood in in that place where I was meant to be. Was that?
I need to be opposite of each other.
Yeah. Groups are always opposite.
So if you've got defamation, you'll always rotate the exact same direction that the group does.
If you got no number, you go from 1,
Yeah.
3, 5, 7. Get the number. Get
Be behind.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
We rotate anti-clockwise. Two proteins. It's gonna be spread. And in. Jesus.
Damn.
Good luck. Yeah. 4k overkill. To be fair, I hit a K on that last attack.
Guess I can leave out the feint before.
I mean,
before
I
rotating.
yeah, I tried to fend it, but it maybe was a little late.
That's fine.
The supports first, right?
If anyone was gonna die, it's me. Got the lowest health. Oh yeah, supports bait first and DPS on the first rock from north clockwise.
Oh, but we need the broken rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
That's
I was talking and not paying attention. Yeah, it should be fine. On C.
That does some damage. I think that's the second fucking.
Um,
It's gonna be stacks. And out. Ranged out melee in. Never mind.
Oh, it's turn.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, it should be fine, but if you jump behind the people and there was no room, you don't need to stand right up against the wall. Leave a little space for you to be able to stand there if needed. Good run, though.
Hmm.
Maybe we can skip it.
Possibly.
Yeah, just
They will run
I mean,
past.
it's much cleaner than the previous group. They took
Yeah.
like 6 years trying to adjust to the limit cut.
yeah.
PF players, am I right?
Hmm.
Wait, that's me.
And then the early B3 on the button. thing that didn't do anything. Hmm. I locked that. Cancel off the boss down.
Be in front. I just realised why my W key stops working. My keyboard keeps trying to change its format,
Hmm.
and I don't know why. It's like when I was typing earlier, I was clicking, you know, UK or like European keyboard, not format for quotes, and it was giving me the @ symbol as if it's an American keyboard. Cringe.
Interesting.
I don't know what button it is.
Windows and space.
I'm not even touching a Windows
Shortcut.
key. Shit. There must be something different as well. Because I have Alt in my rotation, so it could be that. But I've never had it happen before.
Yeah.
It's just weird, but it's always at that knockback
Hmm.
when I'm using my Swift cast, which is Alt and F.
Hmm.
And now I didn't need to faint.
Anti-clockwise. Versions. It's gonna be spread. And then
Dench.
That's it with the skip.
defended these stacks. And in.
Oh, yeah.
Noise.
Pond.
Use.
Ranged out, melee in. Too late.
Oh fuck. Just
Make sure you're not right up against the wall. In front of them. Easy. 2 proteins. Spread. Out.
so that she can make it.
Pray. Spread again. In. Does anyone actually need anything from P9, to be fair?
Yes.
No.
What do you need?
Healer stuff. Earring, neck.
Oh,
Earring
okay.
and neck. That's about it.
So braces free roll, right? You get the earring, easy.
Easy. So bracelets is free for all.
Yeah, bracelets free for all, seeing as no one called for it.
Nice.
Now to the fun part.
Yes.
For P10, are you wanting to limit break harrowing? If you are, I would suggest we use an LB1 early in the fight and use LB2 for the harrowing, so we get full 15-second duration on LB. But it's up to whether you actually want to use it or not. I'll save it for potential healer LB after.
Hmm.
Because the last time and only time we killed this, after the harrowing, I ended up dying to my own spread, which was sad. I think we just overmitted, so we had nothing for afterwards.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely prefer to LB it, but whatever the group version, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, we can. It's just if we want to do it, it's best to LB1 earlier in the fight, so that we will have LB2 then,
Hmm.
which again is a
Longer
very
duration.
like you can just do it whenever you want. Like you can LB1 literally whenever. It doesn't matter who it is, when it is, unless you have something specific you want to do it for.
What do you mean melee LB?
Interesting markers.
The 1, 2, and 3 you can just ignore. They're just to mark the center of the arena for when you've got your east and west sides, so that people don't have to panic and move. And because support will always be in the middle, they just need to stand next to those markers. You don't actually need to, you know what I mean? But the way they're also positioned is there's there's 9 squares in which 2 groups can stand in. So between 1 and 2, there's 9 squares on the left side, and you can have 2 people in the front, 2 people in the very back, and that is it. Like that is the furthest apart you can be from each other. But yeah, they mean nothing. It's just the back ones. That's all you need. But we can remove them if people are comfortable with where the middle of the arena is. It's just the previous groups that we had weren't. And so they would either die to the cleave itself, or they wouldn't be able to get into position in time.
What else? What else do you guys do different? Anything else? Two
I have no
platforms, one
idea.
platform?
Yeah, divided
platform.
wings.
I mean, everything's in the channel, so it's easier for you to look through it and see what's different than for me to try and explain, because unless you're going to tell me what they do, I have no idea.
They
And
do support west, DPS east, even for stacks and spreads. So even for the half room thing, where I saw we are doing
Yeah,
north.
so the half room thing is exactly the same as it would be on the left side of the arena, where we do one platform. You have the support on the, apart from supports in the middle.
Yeah, basically we're doing
And-
north south.
and obviously you want healers to do Tourette's diagonal.
No, ranged.
No, just
Ranged are the
What?
last in the priority. So you only need to have the last one diagonally. Otherwise, it's a
Wait.
bit scuffed, but the others don't matter.
Wait, hold on. So
Yeah.
what's the bait order? Healers first.
Healers, melee, range, tank. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So range will do the baits, the last baits. The
No,
reason we did it as ranged,
Melee, healer, range tank.
potato. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
you
in
said healers
the
first because you saw
channel.
it. But yeah, the reason we have ranged to do it with the tanks for diagonal position is because I trust me and Shiori more than I trust the rest of the group when we made it. So it was just easier to do that way. It would
Melee
have,
ranged.
yeah, it would have been healer melee range tank for the similar to Warrior of Light, but we wanted melee uptime to be easier.
Yeah, please don't make melees bait the ones in the back.
Yeah, that's the reason we swapped it. Otherwise, that would have been like, it's exactly the same as Warrior of Lights.
Double weaving north. It's very soon.
Big Sedge.
It's very early.
What?
In. He was going off the arena.
Not me.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
In. You might want to have a look at the raid plan to see your positions. I don't know where people went, but I saw a load of people in the middle congregating.
I could have adjusted, but yeah, that was my tower
Yeah.
from the raid plan.
Oh, the tower got taken. I didn't even look. Okay, no worries. That's fine.
So I think
that sounds-
H1 is the middle one, north. No, 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 no. H1 is
So
this one here.
H1 is east, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It would.
goodness.
Yeah, PF wise, this is the M1 tile. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sorry. And the wings are also from north south.
Yeah, and the person with the tether rotates clockwise to break their to break the groups that's close to them, so north and south.
Ooh.
Hmm. Oh, should have been more in front.
Out.
Oh.
In.
I'm meant to be.
Pairs into spreads.
where's
You're with R1 that's in front.
Okay, for me to just. I have,
Bree, why did you move?
I have my 1 minute rest there, so I'm jumping away.
Yeah, well,
But I will always make it.
Just looked like the twos were so far forward.
so sorry, the groups.
Pardon?
Did you get confused about the groups?
No. Like they were just so far forward. That's basically where I used to stand as H1.
Oh, right.
Everything is different. Every single aspect of this fight is different.
Yeah, for that, just stick with Shiori. In. Out.
I'm trying to do it by the red one. It's tight.
Spreads into rolls.
Well, where?
Take the one next to me. You'll always take the. It's support out, DPS on the middle. Is the best way to put it. And it's group 2 on the right, group 1 on the left. Just consistent.
Yeah, apologies. I didn't expect everything to be.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, I did say in
the
my post that there is 100% going to be reprog.
but isn't this
But it's-
exactly
it-
like Party Finder? or something?
No. I'm on light. You guys do like NA stuff.
Oh, I see.
It's like it's nothing that if you know the fight, you'd be able to adjust. You know when. It's fine. Don't worry.
already much better than people.
Oh yeah, we've had people that can't adjust to the simplest mechanics, let alone anything later down the line.
This is a lot of static position.
Know your place.
I'm in the right place.
Yeah. In.
Know your place.
In.
Okay, I'm going to the wrong place now.
Rolls into spreads. Irish shield.
Dodge this if you can.
I'm fainting this one.
This day we were blessed.
Dodge this if you can.
Spreads into pairs. Left side safe.
Know your place.
In. Spreads into rolls.
Oh, you guys switched the tank to neither sides.
Support stay in the middle, always. Because that way you've only, yeah, because that way you've only got to shift over a slice, rather than have like, if we had DPS on the west side, right, the west side of the arena, and we had supports in the middle for the west side safe. If we went east side safe and had the DPS in the middle and the supports against the wall, it's a lot more adjusting. Whereas if you have on the west side safe, you have DPS on the wall and supports in the middle, and you mirror that, you've got supports just need to scooch over, and DPS just need to book it towards the wall. But it's the same as the one side safe sides. So like, you know how we have support on the left side and DPS on the right side on that left platform? Flip that, and you've got that on the platform here. We decided to have support in the middle because it gives more leeway for DPS to move. And that way we've got casters always in the middle as well. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Like we could have kept it on the same as is on the left side, but we didn't think of that. That's why the 1, 2, 3 markers are there as well. So you just need to know to stand next to them. If you know where you need to be for that cleave, you'll always be in the same position to start with. Like the 4 marker would be here, but it just seemed too cluttered.
I think if we did it the way we are doing the one platform, I think it would be the best.
That's like we can have DPS stay in the middle if everyone wants to do that. It's
I
not
mean,
an
with,
issue.
Don't
I
change
mean,
anything.
supports.
Let me just get used to what you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do a few more
I'm
calls.
not
If we have issues, then we can look into changing it. But for now,
No, don't change it. It's just a matter of getting used to. It's like something I've been doing from week 1.
Yeah.
And
Same,
all
yeah.
of us on week 6 start changing it. It's fine. I will get used to it.
yeah, no, it's fine. If it is an issue, though, it is something to think about. Because I never thought about having the identical thing as the left platform till now. It was just more like, hey, we want to keep healers in the middle as much as possible, so why don't we just do it here? Out. In. Pairs and spreads. You can use the diamonds for your safe spots.
Oh, I see what you did. I thought you were.
Don't underestimate me.
What's that, sorry? I'll rush Shio after it. Actually, now's good.
Lasers are gonna hurt.
Yeah. Nice. Pairs into spreads. That's a ripperoni.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, the spreads are okay. Okay, 2 tanks in the front.
Yeah, melee in the front, range in the back. Group 1 left, group 2 right. I found the key. It's Alt and F. For some reason, it wants to change the function. What the fuck? Might be an update that happened.
Hmm.
In. Could be problematic because my shift's on F. Oh, my shift, what? My swift.
Just say no.
Out. Spreads into rolls. Be aware as well, you can use LB1 whenever you want if we're gonna LB2 harrowing.
Sure.
Like, I can't think anything would be needed for. It's more just when would it be nice? Spreads into pairs. Oh shit, what the fuck? Why did I get yeeted?
Oh,
But it's the same if we... Wait, which LB1 do you mean? Yeah, we can use it at the end too. Okay.
Well, you have to use it before harrowing if you want to LB2 harrowing.
Yeah,
So it's
I don't
either-
want to LB.
It's either
Can I have
you
2
LB.
seconds, please? Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Take time. You either have to LB anywhere to have LB2 for harrowing, or you save it for afterwards for potential res. I would say we should attempt to mitt it first and LB if needed. LB should never be a default.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can LB3 it, but it won't last the full duration, so you have to do it towards the end. You have to do it on like the 3rd hit or some shit. Yeah. So you can do that, or you can have it for the full duration in case, let's say, a feint is missed or whatever. And, you know, it just covers all bases. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, DPS LB you just use if you know, if everything's perfect and you've got no reason to ever need healer res or anything. That's why I use it at the end of the fight, no earlier. But I was more thinking if we were going to LB1, it would be a tank LB1. It wouldn't be a DPS LB1 because in 99% of cases, it's a DPS loss for yourselves, not initial damage from the LB.
Yes, I can confirm.
So it would be a tank LB or a heal LB. It wouldn't be a DPS LB for LB1 anyway. I mean, we can if we want, or we can or if the tanks are comfortable, you can use LB3. It's just LB2 safer, but LB3 is more optimal. Yeah, that's fine then. Use it. If you're okay using it, do it. The issue we had is we've had tanks that are so incompetent. We tell them to use it at a certain point, they use it 5 seconds later, and we die. So it's, you know, any issue you could think of a group having, we've probably been through it.
Sorry, back.
Orange button is pretty. You're good. Eyes?
Yes.
No eyes.
Yes.
We will take a break in 40 minutes, by the way. Like 10-minute break so people can feed whatever they need to.
I think
4
it's
hours.
over even.
4 till 11. 7 till 11, sorry. The fuck? Should have got a fucking drink. In. heals into spreads. Elra's eyes. If you'll let me. Blessed again.
Don't underestimate.
Spreads into pairs. Left side save.
Don't underestimate.
In. Spreads into rolls. On the right side.
Know your place.
This would be support's left DPS right. I do think it's well and truly fucked though. Oh yeah, we didn't LB, never mind. Let me grab a drink quick. I can take a look at the replay and see where people are. The rule of thumb is, let me use these markers. So if we're on the right side, right, I'm just going to use the ABCD markers for support as an example. If we're on the right side to be safe, the 1, 2, and 3 markers you can use with some wiggle room. Obviously, you can't stand in that position all the time, but you can stand pretty much next to these markers, and the healer would be back here, and you'll be fine. Either side, it doesn't matter. You might have to wiggle a bit forward or backwards to be in your in the little line, but that's your relative starting point, and then DPS are against the wall. The ranged will always be the melee 2. You will always be against that beacon pretty much, the pole, and obviously the other melees in the north.
Yeah.
You know, the healer 2 and range 2 can just chill back here if they want, wherever they want. But
Oh,
if
wait.
it's roll stacks, you then just bundle in like you do on the left side.
You see,
I mean, it was fine. It was
could
just that the
say-
healer was dead. That was all.
could you
Yeah,
say
no,
melee
I-
1 in the north?
Melee 1, yes. Melee
Mm.
1's very north, all the way north with the main tank. Like you have your partner with you, so main tank and melee 1 are north. Off tank and melee 2 are second. Then it's H1 and R1, and then R2 and H2.
No, but- I'm seeing a different raid plan, I think. With M1 left, and M2 right. Behind them R1 and R2. Then tanks and then healers. What raid plan am I looking at?
That's,
Let me open a raid plan
that's
and see what
wild.
they are.
That's-
It's Pandemoniac Ray, right?
Ah, it's the alternative you're talking about.
Yeah, there is an alternative one, yeah.
Okay, we're doing that. Good. But okay. So is DPS always against the wall, or is DPS
Always, yeah,
left?
'cause-
Okay.
Because if you have DPS against the wall for 1 and then they have to be in the middle, you have to estimate where you're going to be. Whereas if you're already in the middle, and like let's say I'm healer 1 and I need to be on the right side, I know that I can DOS around somewhere here, yeah? If I need to be
Yeah.
on the left side, I can DOS around here. And
I
you
get
can
it.
move forward and back as it. Yeah, you've got
But
that
it's
wiggle
again,
room.
like it's the opposite of the one platform again.
Yeah, it's mirrored, but it's
Yeah.
not that one platform is not something we actually thought about when making this. Because originally we were going to do it. Originally we were going to do 2 platforms. We weren't going to do 1 platform. And then someone said, "Hey, do you think we could all squeeze on 1 platform for healing?" And I was like, "Possibly. Let's try it." We did it and it worked. So we did 1 platform from then on, and then we put it into that mechanic as well.
I mean, it's good. It's fine. I just thought we are doing the
Yeah, no,
alternative one.
no, it's fine. If anyone doesn't know anything, you're adjusting or
Like
learning.
the normal one just mirrored, so
Yeah.
healers can just sidestep. in the
Yeah,
middle.
literally. So it gives you time to do any casts you need. Because
like-
there's already enough moving.
I like it because you're as DPS, you just always go to the ones. You don't have to
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
No thoughts.
It's
Just
all
one.
the repositioning I have.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
worst,
yeah. Fighting
the
against
worst
the
for
muscle
me
memory.
is if it's in, and I have to go against the wall because it's the chain thing that does the point blank AOE, and I'm right against the northeast corner. I have to then, and it's west side safe. I have to run to the fucking southwest, and it's so tight.
Yeah, no, it's fine like this.
But it's doable. But then you've also got sprint if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much time.
And the markers will look weird as well, because they're set so that they're your default position. If you were to have them like on the diamonds, you'd clip each other with spreads. So there's like mini squares there, and you've got one group as far forward as they can possibly go, and one furthest as far back as they possibly can. And it's the same for the south side, apart from because we've got the web markers there, it'd be too cluttered to put markers on top of markers, you know?
Yes.
Don't underestimate me.
Out. Spreads into rolls.
Don't underestimate me.
Oh no,
Dodge this if you can.
Pairs into spreads.
that is.
It's kinda fucked.
A little bit. Quick Shia res, that'll be free.
Laser tag.
Got him.
Nice.
Took out his other good eye.
Missing a shield.
Food check.
Don't underestimate me.
Out. Man, I hate having fucking beacon here.
Why are you dropping something?
Don't underestimate me.
In. partners and 2 spreads.
Don't underestimate me.
Nice. Reds into pairs. Right side safe.
Don't underestimate me.
Out. Rolls into spreads. On the right side. I'm gonna rush you.
It's too late, can't. One person.
Well, you've got until the cast actually goes off. But yeah, LB3 was a good call. Support left, DPS right. At least we got a web.
Surely you would will hold.
Know your place.
Out.
Know your place.
Out. What to do?
Hmm.
Reds into rolls.
Ah, yes.
Can meet exactly in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate me.
I've got ninja.
Pairs into spreads.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
TP.
Left side same. spreads into rolls on the right side.
Don't underestimate.
I can raspberry. Yeah, I was saying it might be a bit late. I saw your Swift, so I thought you were gonna do it.
Yeah, that's exactly the plan, but then I didn't have enough.
So that's fine.
I just put everything down.
Ah, I got auto. Maybe.
Not even in
Oh.
my range to res. Fuck. Oh.
Ditch.
Know your place.
Sorry.
You've got the lead. In.
Got the rest.
Dodge this if you can.
In. Spreads into pairs.
Know your place.
spreads into pairs.
Oh fuck! I was one mechanic early.
It happens. It's fine. We can get you up. Right side safe.
Oh,
Oh, bless you.
that was.
Not paying for
Yeah.
Joke.
In. Rolls into spreads. On the left side. Damn.
I'm missing 3 DPS.
For the rolls, support should be taking the next to 3, and where most of the DPS are here are dead, should be taking them here.
Don't underestimate
Oh god, bro. Or not. I'll die to bleed. Fuck. Wait up.
Maybe you can stand with the stack on the second diamond after the pole.
Just to reiterate, for your whether it's rolls and spreads or whatever, for the rolls, do them in the middle of the arena. It's about here is the best way to do it. Because then you're on the edge of the hitbox. Melee keep their time and it gives people enough time to disperse. And DPS here. Same for the opposite side, but
Don't underestimate
I'm so down.
Same. Oh, wait,
did you
I'm
get a
not
bit
that
further?
dumb. See?
I noticed that the front wasn't done, so I went to the front. Now I've got like super blue.
Yeah, you shouldn't have worried. It's a problem there because I have to, like, I can always get it. It's just I have to utilize everything, and then if I don't manage to get to my position before out or in is cast, I'm fucking screwed.
Know your place.
In. I'm fucking. Watching the man's bleed. Rods into rolls.
Know your place.
Rods into pairs.
Your death is
Where's that take?
your death is
In. Rolls into spreads. On the right side.
Are we back?
How did ninja knew that?
Hmm.
me have a look.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, you were the terrorist. Yeah.
Oh no, why did I refresh food?
Don't underestimate.
Count.
Don't underestimate.
In. Rolls into spreads.
Wait, I'm going to the middle.
Shenanigans.
Dodge this if you can.
Spreads into pairs. Right side safe. in. Rolls into spreads. On the left side.
Dodge this if you can! Don't underestimate me.
Take 10 minutes, get a drink, tea, whatever you need to do.
Ah, but okay. The wings on the dividing tree need to be way on the edge. As you're getting
If you're on about the web, yeah, you want to be east and west the exact same as the first.
you need to be way further out.
Yeah, you just
Because
be on the you just be dead on the east and west, exactly as the first.
on the first you don't have to be
No, but
some
you should.
oh, well,
It's consistency. You do the same thing every time.
yes.
You do it right.
I mean the way on the first one, the way is shorter if you go a little bit closer.
Yeah, depends. It depends what's easier in the position, the formation that the people in the stack take, to which is
Yes.
better. But if you do it the same way every time, it doesn't matter. Like when you're comfortable, then you can be a bit more cheeky. But at this, you know,
If you
if you're
have a
not,
black mage it will matter.
no, it wouldn't. As a black mage, you will have full maneuverability there. If you were a red mage, you would struggle more because of your cast times. Black mage is easy to move around in any fight. If it was level 70, that would be different though. But level 80 and above, you've got Xenoglossy, which aligns you up for everything. It's too fucking good.
I've seen some weird black mages then.
Yeah, like most people that will say black mage is difficult are people that don't play black mage.
Nah, I don't, but I've seen
Yeah,
people play it.
yeah. There will be people that complain that they can't keep up time and people that do all these things. Like at level 90, you can swap into ice whenever you want, and it's a myth that you should be in ice for as minimal time as possible. Like if you need to move, instead of going into your fire, using a couple Xenoglossies to move, and then struggling to keep your time up, you should stay in ice and do that, and then move into fire when you're comfortable. Or if, that's like if you don't have triple cast up. If you have triple cast, then you can go into fire whenever. Like there's so much you can do with having triples. Instant cast ice, instant cast fire threes. Um, your paradox. You've just got too much. Whereas like red mage is by far harder because you have 2.5-second casts, and that is just enough for you to not be able to do things like bait mechanics and move a lot.
Okay.
Whereas like the only technical thing you have as summoner is you need to learn which primals to use where it's going to fuck you, and that you will have Ifrit either at the beginning or at the end of every minute, which is when most major mechanics are happening. So you're screwed either way. But black mage is comfy. It's just
I just remember one finishing one of his casts and leaving us to die in the web. That's what I remember.
yeah, like because you're in your opener, so at that point, you would be able to save a triple cast. You would be able to keep 2 Xenoglossies. You would have an instant lightning, and you'd still be able to go into your ice and have an ice paradox. So you've got more movement than I have there. Because right there for a summoner, you come out of your opener and you're in Ifrit. You have to do 1 cast. You've got another cast left. You've got 2 melees and a Ruin 4. If you use the Ruin 4 to get to the people quicker, and break their things, you've got to go into melee, which means you've got to stop for not 2 GCDs, but you've got to do your gap closes and then your melee, which means you've got another cast. So you need to immediately know which is in, which is out. And depending on the people's formation, if you have to be further north than south, you're going to struggle to get out of the holy if it's out, and keep uptime. You're going to have to drop that GCD just
Yeah.
so you can get out and cast.
And if we did it the way I showed you,
It's the
with
same way, exactly the same.
no, if you have the 2 stacks in the
It's,
hitbox
yeah,
up
but
front,
it's the same regardless. You have to be in or out. It wouldn't change a thing.
but if you need to get the north stack, for instance, you have to run out for a second or two, depending if it
It
breaks
doesn't.
or not.
It doesn't matter where the stacks are. It doesn't matter. It's getting out that's the problem. Even if you stay in or you stay on the south, you still either have to go in or you have to go out. And regardless of what you have to do, you still have a cast. It doesn't make a difference. And as I said, the majority of things and changes that could be thought about already have. And it's for consistency. Do the same thing. Do it every time. Like if you go clockwise in one fight, you go clockwise in another fight. If you go anti-clockwise in multiple fights without the need to, it's stupid. No need for it, and we're not American.
I mean, but I mean, for instance, what I like about the PF strats for this fight is you just say DPS west, no, wait, east, and support west, and that's for almost every stack or spread
Yeah,
in the
well, it
fight.
doesn't matter.
Here
Like
you have a lot of
there
different stack
isn't like if you're
positions.
thinking technically, then yeah, but in reality, no. Like if you're treating every single mechanic as it's the same mechanic, then you're gonna get confused. But if you're like when
Most
you
are actually.
well, they're not. Like if you're focusing on every single mechanic,
Just
then
stack
you're
or
gonna
spread.
if you're focusing on every single mechanic, you're gonna get confused. If you're focusing on the priority mechanics that are gonna get people messed up or turned around or whatever, then yeah. But if you're struggling, like for example in Divine Wings 2 to get to your position, you need more than a position to help you. You need to relearn the fight because you're guaranteed your position if you have if you have the stack or in the stack, and you're given your position if you have a tether. You don't even need to think. Whereas on first and third, you're in the exact same place, you do the exact same thing. It's nothing to do with always be east and west. That's why you have like a priority for group 1 and group 2. Like group 1 is always north/west, group 2 is always east/south, no matter the fight. Unless it's something like Leviathan, which you have to have melees north and you have to have range south. In which case, or sometimes it can be different, like Hades.
From what my brain is experiencing now, it's a lot more static positions and and mirroring and stuff to remember than just
It's nothing that's difficult to
toward west and
adjust to if you're
GPS
comfortable with
east.
the fight, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean, you're seeing I can adjust. It's easy because I've done it
yeah,
so much, but I have to remember way more static positions. Like I have to remember all the images.
that's why I say to people when you join, just forget what you know about PF, because it's never going to be the same, no matter what static you join.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Uh,
a static and we just do it, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Because if PF you need I don't know
I mean,
like 10 hours on average if you find good people to re-clear.
like if we didn't have the issues we had with people this tier and like fucking the whole of Endwalker because it's been cursed as shit. You know, different tiers, different reasonings, but this tier is probably the worst. There wouldn't be any need to find new people mid tier to reprog and reclear. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
just piss take.
Yeah, yeah, you agree on threads as long as you can keep uptime. You just learn them, then you do re-clears. That's it.
Like I remember in Shadowbringers, there was like if you go into like P10, you had like 3 different strats for orbs, 3 different strats for void placements, and
Mm.
people would do them. They would just go in and do them, and then you'd have the odd person that would complain, and you just say like, if you can't do it, get out.
Yeah, it's just thread.
Yeah, because like there was the placement of the flowers in P9 that was done week 1, which was the same as the void placements in P10 in E10, but then the E9 one got changed so that it was more friendly for the future mechanics, whereas E10 stayed the same, but there were people that tried to change it.
I think 11 was the most annoying in PF and 12 of course.
People that can't do Shiva.
Well, yeah, and then 11 it's the light fades.
Oh,
So
yeah.
many mess ups.
People that don't
Yeah,
watch the
ice
colors
skating.
for Sundered Sky and stuff. The dragon being baited the wrong way.
12 was also pain.
It's like P8, like
Lion.
the strats that. Oh yeah, not the lions, all the terrorists. It's like when P8, the PF strats came out for that, and the PF strats that they decided to choose were strats that they were told not to use for PF because it's like
Hector's
max.
guide confused me so much. Because he did
Ah.
everything, he explained everything the opposite way.
Yeah, man, fuck that dude. His guides are so scuffed, but the way he explains stuff is good. Like he's good at explaining how the mechanic works. It's just his strats are shit, and that's why in his guides this tier, he put in front of them like this is a week 1 strat because he's never done that before. But he got so much heat for it. But he's just as bad as Mr. Happy. He just doesn't. It's just too long.
Hmm.
Too long, and like he tried. It's like if you listen to him speak, and like my biggest gripe is like his Golbez guys, because I'll look at all types of guides that he releases for the memes, and you know I'll look at all the guides I can find, all of the clears I can find, the text documents and stuff before I make raid plans if they're available. If they're not, then we go on experience and what's been data mined, and I will find the best strats from whatever's available that cover the 3 criteria of being easy to do, being easy to keep uptime, and being consistent, so the same across the board. But with Hector, like his Golbez, for example, I watched that after I cleared it when it came out, and he just says too many big words that people who aren't English would not understand for no reason, you know. And like I remember the you obviously know if there's a massive pulsing AoE, then it's in and spreads. He doesn't mention that, but he'll say like, in this case, I can't even mimic it because it's just so
I think I know what you mean.
it's so scripty, it's so choosy, and it drives me insane because it's like, firstly, you're discussing too much, and people that aren't native English speakers will not understand this.
Is the happy just laughs between every third sentence?
Yeah. And then there was MTQ, and I just don't like her accent. Like, her guides were good, I just don't like her accent.
Her guides were good.
Some
Really?
of them. Well, not all of them, but some of them. Like, but if I want a good guide, I just go to Junebob. But he releases them like 7 months down the line.
Yeah, because he'd be doing PF, and then when
Yeah.
he made them, and it takes him a long time to make them. Then he
Junebob's
releases
superior
those.
though. Like, his animations, the music, the actual strats. He's golden. But I've never seen ever a guide that is good all the way through. It's always like, oh, this mechanic's good, but the rest is shit.
I think like the raid plans that were, I don't know, the 10th of June or so, adapted by people for the PF were actually better than the guides that came out from all these people.
More than likely. Like, the one thing we picked up was the markers that people were using for P11. And I was like, this is going to be good shit. Like, there's no reason that these markers would be randomly placed like this if they weren't good. And then we realized they were just for tethers.
Yeah,
And
and
I-
the colors if you play it by colors.
And when I did the tethers, there was no good. Like, there was, like, out of all the data mined documents I had, and the clears I had, like, even like watching Mr. Happy's clear for P9, where he basically scuffed up the chimeric, whatever it's called. But for P11, there was nothing good on tethers, and so I was like, well, it's dark light. This is how the tether shit actually works, and I had to pretty much make that shit up to a degree. Where the people would go for the tethers was available, like DPS with dark north and light support north and the rest south. That was available, but the positionings of where to stand weren't. And so I was just like, well, light and letters is easy to remember, and then dark can just adjust, you know. So light will stand on the letters and dark stand on the numbers, because there's nothing that rhymes with D and dark and dark and numbers there. So you can remember light and letters. It's
What
easy.
PF did is, like, you know, the red and purple markers are on the north and the north and west, sorry, and yellow and blue are east and south. So he put like for dark and light the healer tethers on the east and the tank tethers on the west, and the short tethers, the tanks with the short tether would go to the inner markers, and the tank with the long tether would go north, and DPS would just adjust to them like instantly.
Yeah, I mean, this
it
way
works
as well.
also fine.
Yeah, this way you've got, like, you know, as soon, like, if I'm a short DPS tether, I instantly know that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just look with whom you're tethered with, if it's a healer or tank, and you know if you go.
Oh,
left
even
or
then,
right.
like, because you're never going to be tethered to a DPS, so you know you're going to be tethered to a support.
Yeah.
So in like our case, with the way this is, like, I'm a DPS with long or short. I'll know exactly which, like, let's say I'm light. I know exactly which letter I'll be on. And
If you preposition north or south, you mean?
well, yeah, well, no, and I'll know exactly where I'll be, because
Or
it's
is it-
always DPS with dark will go north, and support with light go north, and then you have the DPS with light go south, and the support with dark go south. That way you will automatically have long tethers stretched, and you'll have short tethers together. And so all you need to know is, am I dark or light? If I'm dark, I'm north because I'm a DPS, and I will always be on a letter. So in this case, I'm north. I rotate clockwise. I'm on B. Yeah, because it's once again consistency of going clockwise through through every fight instead of go clockwise through half the fight, anti-clockwise through the rest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they just tried to use the colors
yeah,
for this mechanic too, since the colors are basically used throughout the whole fight for yeah, north and west and east and south.
yeah. Originally, I remember there being a thing of like there were people that like, oh well, if you're the DPS, you can stand here, and then the tank can stand here, and then the DPS can stand 3 positions from this person. It's like, why would you even think of that? Just
Yeah, there was a
you
I
know,
remember that. I did that, and I mean it worked. You know, if
yeah,
you have
like it'll
people who
work,
can
but it's not good.
move, it's okay.
It's like I remember the people that were doing there was something like melees would run, long tethers would run away from the boss if it was light to make a safe spot in the north. I'm like, well, if long tethers just rotate clockwise, whether it's dark or light, you have people on the east and west guaranteed for stacks and positions. So then you just either you rotate clockwise again if you need to for the cleave. You're always in position, and you don't have to do something different for light and something different for dark. It's just the variance in P11 is a pain in the dick to make plans for. That's why I stopped doing P12s. I was just like, nah, I'm good for now. Until we're actually midway through, or like near clearing P11, or even back progging it, because we've only been in there once, like literally one session for less than a couple hours.
For the revelation, are we actually doing the two?
Both groups will be on the same side, yeah.
On light,
On all of them.
but on dark they are split.
Yeah, read it. It's an example. It's the alternative example of how you could stand. So it's showing that you can be opposite. But
And
for
you
all of
don't want them on the same on dark.
doesn't matter. There's more than enough time to get into position.
It depends.
We were able to test that. What we said is if it came to it, we would have range stay close to where we started, and the melee would just sprint forth.
Yeah, this means sprint,
it's-
but if you have to
you don't
delay
need to pop
stuff,
sprint, though.
then
Yeah, you don't need to pop sprint to do it because we were able to test that.
okay.
It's more than doable.
I've had bad experience, but okay, that was week 1.
Yeah,
Because,
like
well,
we had some issues when we first started doing it, and we were like, well, if we have casters stay and the melee continue running, then they've got more ability to move because they don't have to cast, right? Because we've got healers and me, and God knows where we're going to be later on down the fight. But currently, it shouldn't be an issue if we have like me continue and go with my partner, and the melee stay with their healer.
but for instance, this means that like if we are on the right, every group, I would have to go left to get to his like southwest, like behind the boss with my partner. That would already change.
You would already be in your position.
No, I mean if we are like the two groups are stacked on the right side and it's dark, I would have to go through to south to get to his southwest.
You don't need to go to his southwest. You go relative to the cleave. So if the cleave's from the north, you would
Yes.
have your normal positions. But if it's from the east, you can just stand. That's why we said we can have the DPS continue going forward, because the tank. It's easier to give you a paint demonstration rather than explain.
I mean, do it with the raid plan. That's better.
I can't draw on. Actually, I can draw on the raid plan if I copy it. Give me a sec.
Maybe, or maybe we should continue with P10. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone's back. Can you do a ready check for me?
Because if it's split groups every time and like east-west.
Yeah, no, there's not going to be split groups. There will be consistency there. I don't know what we said on the day compared to what's in the actual raid plans, because the raid plans were made before we even touched P11. So at that time it was theory, and we were making sure everything worked, and everything does work.
I think it's just a lot more tight on dark
Here you go.
from what what I
Let me
experienced.
just show you this quickly.
Oh wait, you're sharing.
It's definitely tight, but it's more than doable.
Yeah.
And it's even better if it's melee moving, because I don't know what I'm going to be casting at that point. So I'm just going to use this picture as an example, because it was what my thing was open on. If we're starting on this side, right, so we're
Yeah.
moving towards this way, it would be a case of, instead of you going in and standing here for your southwest position as like boss relative, like let's say the boss is facing this direction,
Yeah.
instead you would just chill here because this is southwest. Like you can do it relative to the cleave, so you're always southwest because the boss isn't going to be facing this way. I got so fucking, it was so hard to constantly click on things and not move things I didn't mean to hit on, so I don't always move the boss to where it would be
Okay.
looking.
That time I would
Right.
need to go left.
So
And
So yeah, if we were doing it the way that the boss is facing with the cleave, then yes, you would stand here, and the other tank would be here. I would be here with, sorry, I would be here with the tank. The DPS and heal would be here. DPS and tank here potentially. I don't know why this is actually like this.
but why don't you like the split groups?
I don't. Oh no, this is like this because this is like this because of tethers. So let me ignore that. Let me actually bring up Revelation.
Why don't you like the split groups? I don't get it.
What do you mean, like the split groups?
Like if you can split the groups, the whole fight.
Oh, because it's better for healers. Like you,
Okay, I mean it's
you
always light parties. There shouldn't be.
yeah,
that...
but you don't need to split the groups. There's no real advantage in doing it. Like it's one of those things like you can do it and it's not going to impede the
Wait,
group.
what are you doing on law at the end when we?
The group will stay and then with one tank on the opposite side.
Yeah, but afterwards you all you have clones again. After the towers you soak with your partner, then you have the clones.
Oh
Great.
yeah. You, because of the positions you'll be on your tower, you just go to the nearest intercardinal to you. If you go to the nearest intercardinal to you, you will already be in position to dodge the cleave into where you need to be.
But the
'Cause
towers will be intercardinal. You mean cardinal?
wherever the safe spot is, it's in the guide. I don't have it open. I haven't looked at it for weeks, so I don't know.
I
But
mean you can preposition either north south or east west, for instance.
yeah, it doesn't matter where you go as long as you go to the safest, like a safe. Let's say it's a corner. As long as you go to a safe corner that's near your tower, you will always be in positions for the cleaves and
Yeah,
into your
it's
group.
either for me
Yeah.
it's either like east or south.
If you look at the raid plan, I purposely spread people out to different positions that they would be able to reach and get into their group. Let me come
Because
back.
I
and-
wouldn't know now if I stand south with if he casts dark where I would go to my partner after he does the knockback.
Yeah, so I'd have to open up that raid plan to actually look at it. Let me. Alright, Bree's ready in that. Let me load us in. Here's your thing, right? So the options are you can go to the position facing the cleave. So you can have your southwest position would be here, right on the cleave. Sorry, would be here, right when he finishes his cleave. Oh, why did I open the wrong one?
Yeah, I would go
Man,
to the
I
right
opened Revelation. Yeah,
together with the gunbreak.
I don't know why I opened Revelation.
I mean it's the same. It shows the dark cleave.
Yeah, it does. But you can, we can either
The
have,
groups are split. See, that's easy.
yeah, you can have that. That's just the example. Like it's easy having both groups together. Like there's no advantage.
It would confuse me. Like
Yeah, for you it might confuse you because you're used to a different strat. But there is no difference between, literally zero difference between having the groups together or split. It's just nicer for healers to have that, so we can have
but
that.
who is going northwest in this case
Right.
if we are all stacked on
Right. As I was trying to
the
explain,
left?
you can either have your actual position. So if the cleave is this line here, right? I would stand here. You would be here because that's the southwest. There would be the tank in there. There would be the tank in there, whatever here. Healer and DPS there, sorry, and a tank and DPS here, yeah? Right? The other option is you can have caster here, melee group here, and it would be group 1 on the left, group 2 on the right. They're the options you can do, and it's really simple. Like, brain dead simple.
Uh,
Like, whether it's hard for you to learn or not is different because each people find different things difficult and learn at their own pace.
I just I doubt the consistency part on this
The
one
consistency
throughout
would
the fight.
the consistency is there 100% because your groups are guaranteed. It's just, do you want to do dark a certain way or do you want to keep it boss relative? Because he's not always going to be facing north or south. So you can either do it boss relative into like dark cleaves, or you can always have casters stay together and melee continue on fourth. It's whichever way. If you have caster stay, it's easier for caster uptime, which is the preferred way. But for consistency, if you want to do it with your pairs, your same pairs throughout the entire fight, then yes, you would always be on the southwest of the boss's cleave. Obviously, other than tether, because that you don't get to choose. So it's like the consistency's there. It's just you won't be comfy with it because you've done something different.
It's just longer traveling times.
Like outside of, like if you've always been southwest of where he cleaves,
Yes, that's just if you
then that's the
like,
same thing.
if
you
you
can-
put the group, like my group 1 on the on the west, I will always just go to the right opposite box, and I will always be southwest.
If you're
Like, I
southwest,
don't
you
have
never
to
go to the right.
No, always. I will always go to the right.
Right doesn't make you southwest. Right makes you southeast.
If I look at the bus on the side.
Or if
and
you're looking at the
right,
box,
yes, that's why east-west, for instance, if you split it like that.
yeah, you don't need to split. Like, and it's even better if you don't need to split because you can get your jumps in earlier wipe.
Rip that part.
Oh,
But we're not even in P11 yet, so don't even discuss it until we're there.
yeah. I mean, somehow started.
Because all this shit should have been discussed weeks ago.
We will see.
Make sure you pop food and shit. Breedy, you be playing Sims. I knew it. I don't know. It was just a guess. I'm in your walls, under your skin. Out. Out. Pairs into spreads. What the fuck did I do?
Know your
What did I click?
Yes.
I'm somehow targeting him like it's Dark Souls, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh,
What the fuck did I do?
are you on a controller?
No.
It maybe escape just works.
F12?
Escape maybe. I think
Oh,
it's.
it worked.
um,
What the fuck? F12 didn't work. I don't know what that was.
I think that's how your target thinks of a controller.
Something like that. That was AIDS.
You can bind it. I also have to readjust the camera.
I was scared for my life. Pairs into spreads.
know your place.
Left side side. First my keyboard tries to reformat itself and then I'm playing Dark Souls. The fuck's going on?
Nice.
Dodge this if you can.
Hell. Left side. Rolls and spreads. That was late as shit, bro. Big deceased. Ayo, Shio with the LB3 res.
No.
Pin cushion. Hell yeah. in. Pairs into spreads.
Know your place. Don't underestimate me.
Pairs into spreads. Left side safe.
Know your place.
Out. Rolls into spreads. Why the fuck? How did that clip me? Did I move too soon? It's going to be spreads into pairs. At least we can see what the mid's like.
Yeah, next
Did we
time.
have all mids there, yeah? We had
Mm,
two. Did we have two feints, two reprisals? At
no,
minimum.
I'm gonna
Okay.
adjust it though. You're gonna have it next spot.
Alright.
Yeah.
And you know which one of you is going to be using it first and which one second, right? If not, do it based on your roll. So if you're
Okay.
M1, do it first.
Yeah.
But if it fucks up your rotation, then swap it.
No, I'm good to use it first.
Okay.
Know your place.
I'll be using my idle towards the end for the last few hits and the finishing hit. I might just end up saving it actually, because it's all physical. And I'll use Addle on the spreads and stacks after. Because that's what I also died to last time. Shio, your troubadour lasts 15 seconds, right? Okay. I thought so.
Know your place.
Out. Spreads into pairs.
Don't underestimate me. Know your place.
Pairs into spreads. save.
Don't underestimate me.
Out. Rolls into spreads. On the right side.
Know your
Oh. Sick.
Oh my god.
God damn. That's unfortunate. Probably should have had Bree there stay outside the stack in LB. As long as it wasn't on you.
It'd be great if, like, you know, people stood on the either side of each other so that, you know, I don't fear that I'm gonna walk off the platform.
Yeah. When the
Align
red's
shit.
like
Align
perfectly aligned against the wall, right?
Well, gonna freeze up.
As long as the stack is on the, like, if let's say the stack stands on any of the diamonds central, you should be able to have both of the other people to the south of that person with the stack, and it provides less movement for casters like myself when you accidentally have to use Ifrit there, and you cry inside.
Hmm. No.
Yeah, always try to form triangles where possible, but it's no biggie for, you know, if it's doable, you know what I mean? Just having one line across the edge of the arena is quite scary. Especially if you have, like, you suddenly get something like expedience. You're just going off the fucking edge, you're done.
True.
Don't underestimate me.
Out. pairs into spreads.
Know your place.
Spreads into pairs. Left side side.
Don't underestimate me.
To your banishment. Out. Spreads into rolls. On the right side. God damn. We're all cuddling.
Move that, damn it.
This is fatal.
Going to be so bad.
Hard focus, let's just
Don't
clear it.
underestimate me.
Hell yeah. That's the dream.
Use your mitts after the second hit.
It's going to be spreads and pairs. When it comes to mitts, we have full 15 seconds on feint and reprisal. But for all of your other mitts, yeah, you should do them as you need. What did we have active there?
We had feint, but didn't look for the rest.
Because just from looking at it, it doesn't show reprisal. We've got wings from Bree. We've got Caracol. It was getting deleted. Missionary's useless because it's magic. You should save missionary for the spreads and stacks after. As we get knocked back, either hit your group with missionary or hit everyone with missionary just before it all goes off, and that'll give people more mit for that. Use shake either to begin with for the regen, or use it at the end for the shield with the regen afterwards. When it comes to 40. My addle will be after harrowing on the spreads and stacks because it's useless in harrowing with the mid that we should have. And we have LB3, or we should have LB3 if needed.
I mean, it's very possible without LB, but yeah.
Yeah, it's 100% possible without LB. We shouldn't rely on it. You should mit as need. Mit is you should.
Fight, yeah, most of the time we just drag each other through replays every week. Just
Yeah, it's silly. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, yeah, just because we don't have LB doesn't mean we just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't waste Dark Missionary. Use it on the 5th hit so we have it for the spreads and stacks.
Yeah. Jaw 3 is important if there's no LB, and everything else after second hit, and it's perfect. I need to remember after 5 minutes. Wait, was it about about 5 minutes? I should start saving my stuff. It's just that there's a stack here that I use my thing on, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not meant to use it there. I need it because it won't be back.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We just gotta get that mid down and we're good. We're done. We're golden.
I need a minute.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna go peek quick.
What time did we finish?
Like in 55 minutes. Yeah.
So 12 SD.
It's 11 ST. Yeah.
That's a long ass raid session. Jeez.
I mean, it's just 1 hour. No, more than 3.
I fell asleep like half an hour ago, but still 1 hour was like.
I'm back. Does everyone know what mit they're using then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to use your Shake 40? Are you going to use it at the beginning for the regen, or are you going to use it at the end for the shield along with the regen later? Okay. 2 hours ahead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. I only remember from living there that it's like, yeah, it's not good.
It's fine.
Not to mention we're in BST as well. So we're currently an hour ahead of what we would be.
I'm back.
Charles Spencer. Bree, you are child.
Base.
Oh crap, I wasn't ready.
Unlucky.
Can we do a white? I need to put food on.
Well, I guess you have to. Oh.
Not your pot, Bree, I'll give you one. An intelligence pot.
One pot.
I also want one.
You can all have an intelligence pot.
Wait a minute! Not my pot.
The betrayal.
I've been potted for 2 hours.
I've potted every pool.
That's good optimism.
Gotta do it, because when I don't pot, we fucking clear. You know? You know, it's like, it's either I fuck my rotation, I get killed by something, or I don't pot and it's the clear. Like you, Cobb, you get killed by lightning a million times by people and then you clear. But you have clean fucking runs. And you just die to some stupid shit in ads.
Yeah. Well, that's.
What the?
You had a tether, my friend.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was the terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see my wings.
So with this strat, right? Because you know, let's say one the healer is trapped and another healer is cleaving. That means one of the tanks drops uppy in it.
No, they can keep uptime. I can do it with Ifrit's melees, so a tank should be able to do it. Bear in mind that one of them's a gap close. Not to mention, if you can't keep uptime here, you won't be able to do it at the end before hiring hell, because you've got to reach out to break those webs. And I think it's a bit further than what it should be now. In. Out. Man. I got clipped. He took my feet. That doesn't happen often. They do be stinking. Don't sniff on my feet, bro. Bread's into pairs. It's gotta be the clear now, though I died, right?
Yeah.
Bread's into pairs. Left side save. Oh, wanker. That couldn't have been better timed. My original death fucked me.
So did you unfuck it with this then?
No, I'm a GCD behind, but I can deal with it.
Unlucky.
I just need to get rid of it for as soon as possible. I'm unfucked.
Nice.
Kind of. Out. Rolls into spreads. On the left side. Oh, you fucking bitch!
This is
Oh
not
my
your
God,
run.
This is no, this one's cursed as shit, dude.
So it's a clear. Has to be.
Watch me get beacon. Okay. I went a bit too far with the stack, my bad. Fucking 7 seconds behind as well in with Siri.
Okay, so about a minute to HH. I have follows back, so I must not into it.
Yeah, start saving as many mitts as you can. God damn it, bro. How could you? Not the wings.
Save the wings. Ah.
Steal his wings. Take someone.
Cover on this shit.
Big focus.
Stack people in the middle. People.
Alright.
No, Bree.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
No.
We are. We need to
Two
decent
hits.
some fish.
2 hits and tank LB.
Wow.
Isn't it 3 in tank LB? Do it. The issue is we don't have a strong web.
That's
We don't?
fine.
Into,
Oh,
no,
sad.
into your spread and rolls. Yeah, Bree died. She had the last web.
Ah, fuck.
I was like her.
Ah, well, we did it. That's what that matters.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
So as long as we can do that again, it's a clear.
So we figured out the mid. Now we figure out the web.
We just really okay. We just need to really be careful for the cleave. Yeah. If you've got the tether, go all the way out, like to
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah. You should always
Because-
go to the east and west, and the people that are in the stack, not the stack, should stand to the south of the stack.
Yeah.
If you
If
can.
if
because-
it makes it easier, the diamond is already there for you. That's exactly where you should go, because that will maximize the chances of the players not looking at hit. Now the stack person, the main stack person, is right here, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other two are behind. Be behind, because if you're too close forward, you might get cleaved. It's
Ideally,
just
yeah.
happening over and over, and we can easily just fix it.
Mm.
So if you're a stack person, maybe just aim for the diamond. Nini here. Yeah, I said Nini.
Oh wait, if you
Hey.
stand here, you won't cleave anyone.
But
Who's
if
standing
the
between-
person is still a bit too close forward, like trying to get uptime,
They
then
will
it might
cleave
get
themselves.
clipped and
No,
they're gonna die.
impossible.
So
then
please
this
go
person will die
backwards.
too.
Huh?
If this
He's
person
not on
gets
about cleaving the
cleaved,
web.
then this person also gets cleaved. So
No, no.
No, I
You-
said if they're
Some
too
people have
forward.
been stood here, and they've
Yeah.
been getting hit by the beacon.
by which one? If you stand
There's
here,
multiple people. It doesn't matter if you stand east or west. If the people are too far forward in the stack, they will get clipped. And it's not the beacon that's clipping them, it's them getting themselves clipped. You either need to be further south of the stack, or you need to be really fucking careful. You know?
Yeah.
I
like-
never had an issue with that, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you might not
there's
have,
issues
but
happening
yeah,
now. So we
exactly.
I
need
don't
to
know
fix
how
it.
to get clipped if by anything.
Yeah, it's like you may have not had these issues, but these issues are here.
Okay.
But yeah, don't matter. We're just clarifying it so that everybody knows and we're all on the same page. If your beacon thingy, this diamond is absolutely, this is your position right here, and
Exactly.
the opposite side.
That's why we have the consistency of doing the same thing on the first one into the last one.
But what I understood is you want us to drop uptime, and if you're in the
No, you don't have to drop uptime. You can keep uptime. You just need to know how.
okay, then I will just keep doing what
Like, if you know how to do it, do it. If you don't, fuck your uptime.
If you're not dying, there's no problem.
I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nah, I never
Very
really
fast,
never
yeah.
had an issue.
Okay, it's fine. Like,
Okay.
if you are causing wipes because you don't know how to keep the uptime, that's when you need to say, right, we just need to clear.
No, I have a hard time understanding how to get clipped here.
Just cast a couple ninjutsus. Haha.
Just jump a few times.
In. Out. No. spreads into rolls. Pairs into spreads. Right side safe.
Don't die.
Out. Spreads into rolls on the right side.
Oh,
Oh man, no.
You might have to sack Arrow.
The oh, I don't think you're gonna get up in time for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way too late.
Yeah. 40. Are you you know where you need to be, right? It's not a case of you're not sure and having an issue. It's just you're in the wrong place that time, right?
I mean,
Okay, that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
As long because 40 was in the wrong place. 40
Yeah.
was with the DPS.
40 is fighting against his muscle memory.
Just wanted a hug, little Lala.
Hmm.
Out. Out. Has into spreads.
Whoa!
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
I went too early. I can't.
You got a bit ego.
Yeah, fuck. I was the terrorist.
Should be able to recover. I'm gonna res. Cause you've got no mana. He's already up, bro. No, I forgot you have to know. Forgettable skill. Red into pairs. Right side safe. In. Reds into rolls. On the left. You're kidding.
Yeah, res someone now.
Man, I wish I caught that. enough health is gonna dig it.
Oh, your mother.
Oh, that's not recoverable.
Mm.
Don't eat the balls. In. In. Red interferes. I mean, the fact that melee actually use feint is baffling, you know? It's
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't happen. It's always the one myth that, like, especially in ultimate progression, you have to shout at people to use.
Yeah. I mean, in Ultimate you have more to do.
Well, yeah, but still.
On the spot here. Oh, Ultima. I press it.
Oh, fuck. Red interferes. Where you're gonna need to come to me. Right side save.
Nice.
was kind of cursed. In. Rolls into spreads on the left side.
Ooh.
Well, no, literally.
That is such. I almost popped Addle for that stat. I probably should have, to be fair. But we live, so it's okay. Get rid of your mitts. It's gonna be pairs into spreads as well. I'm so fucking dead. Bree, you died. You were 11k overkill by the web. God damn. Yeah, you took
We
exactly.
don't have food.
Yeah, but
Eat your vegetables, bro.
food alone probably isn't
You should pop
okay.
food as well, man.
Yeah.
Spread into pairs. Pairs into spreads. Left side same. In. Spreads into rolls. On the right side.
Oh,
That's sad.
Oh wow. Everybody died in.
Hey.
huh.
They focus up on the web. Oh no.
You jumped?
He died.
Shit.
He went to the 13th.
Man.
It's fine, you're tired.
Yeah.
It was perfect positioning too, having the triangle.
Oh, we did. We big did.
Indeed. I'm here to help. God damn.
The double suicide.
The edge is very slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have enough time for one more good pull. So,
Yeah.
Shake it off.
Lose all the remaining brain juice.
one more time for the pull. clear pull, final pull, easy.
Everyone pot.
Hell yeah.
Except Alex.
True.
Gotta show the faith.
Sorry, I'll part, I'll just die later.
Commitment.
Okay. Die at the end.
Hey, big focus.
He's in the grave. In. Out. Rolls into spreads. So I was watching myself almost die. Saw my light flash before my eyes. Holy fuck.
Wait, what?
We are fucked.
Very,
Why did you say
very
it?
hard.
Yeah, just wipe it. Get back in there quick.
Bricke. I wonder if we can jump from the edge of the bridge to the platform. But this pull is definitely not the one to test them.
I accidentally found out how to make it Dark Souls mode again. It's Shift and 2 for me apparently.
No,
Not Shift and 2, Shift and F1.
no.
I don't know how I accidentally clicked that. Out.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Mine
he's-
anyway, right?
Yeah, just whoever gets 2 cross the bridge. You know what I mean? Like, one person sacrifice himself. And then get to your tower.
Well, that's-
I was gonna say, if we manage to build that bridge and you still got your tower positions, it's recoverable. Alright. Final pull. This is it. If we die we're done for the night.
I didn't see which one died. I actually wanted to sacrifice myself.
Because it's like you can take the tower, but you edge after that.
How much damage does it do?
Ticks
Well,
for-
it's the fact you have the bleed. The bleed
Yeah.
is what's going to kill you.
it ticks for like
Okay,
30k
yeah.
or something. So
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's-
with healers really heal, then
Yeah, it's basically unhealable in a normal situation. They have to focus heal you.
pure healer modus engage.
I'm just popping this.
Just pops pods. Infinite pot glitch. Starts using Eureka Orthos potions.
Wait, what? I have a sustaining potion.
Huge blood buff.
Oh, not the grape juice, Shio. Goddamn. Wait, did you drink the grape juice I gave you yesterday?
Oh wait, we can finish it if we pull now. Alright, or can we? It's more
That's
than
good. Should we wipe so Shio can have his pot and then have this last pull?
I mean, you only have 8 minutes left in the duty.
I'll do him. That's
That's not fair.
yeah, no, that's cooler then. There's no point going in for one more, unless people want to, but we can call it. If you want to go in for a singular pull, accept the ready check.
Wait, I was still inside.
Oh right, I didn't even know you could do that when people are still inside.
Yeah.
Ready check if you want to go in for a final clear pull.
3x is already good, man.
They were inside.
I didn't get any ready check.
Yeah, just I'll put it up again in a second when it runs out. Okay, no. So we're done for the night then.
And see you tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
GG's, good night.
No night.
And then I eat.
How's good veg?
Oh, yeah.
I'm honestly surprised we even cleared P9 in reasonable time, to be fair, let alone most of P10.